making spirits bright.
Everybody loves Christmas lights, and especially if they're not putting them up, right?
The city of Irving is lighting up downtown for the holiday season. We have the best spots for taking in the lights and sights. Golden anniversary.
You only turned 50 once.
The Irving Convention and Visitors Bureau marks a milestone, and we are inside the big celebration. Testing their skills.
I always love to compete and, represent my city.
Parks and Rec teams take on some unusual challenges that relate to their jobs. See the tough obstacles they can make look easy. Plus how you can help families through Blue Christmas. Now on City Source. Irving residents are celebrating their culture by learning traditional Indian dance. Hello and welcome to City Source. I'm Thomas Gandy. See some of what they're practicing coming up, but we begin with some of the special sights of the season. Each night, the holiday lights are coming on in downtown Irving, and we toured the top spots. Downtown Irving is lit up for the holidays like never before. Our first stop is Heritage Park, where the gazebo, buildings, and more are decked out in lights and photo ready.
And then a really cool RGB Christmas tree, which means that it's twinkling in different patterns this year.
Nearby Centennial Park has been a favorite spot for years.
Making memories with the families and kids, that's what we like to see.
Before the lights came on, we got a look at the setup. The parks team has been hard at work.
So we actually start the process in October with checking all the lights from last year, the displays, making sure everything's ready to go. All the lights are checked once again when we get here.
It can take a while because there are about 70,000 lights in Centennial Park alone.
Please come out and count and try to fact check me. I'd love to know exactly.
Well, this park is a traditional favorite. There are also lights at a couple of new spots this year, including Main Street in the Heritage District.
We're hoping that the businesses are able to kind of use that to their advantage to bring people in the area in the evening time and showcase another great thing about Irving. And
check out the lights at Whistle Stop Plaza. The clock tower is lit.
There's a reef on it, and the very top of the clock tower is lit, which was very hard to pull off.
The parks team says all of the hard work is worth it.
We like to set this up. I mean, it is a gift bag, and we're giving back to them. And we try to encourage people to come out to the parks.
I love it. I think it's great. We were actually here the day before, and we took some pictures, but at nighttime it just comes to life.
Our initiative at the end of the day is to give everyone a great experience.
I want everybody to have fun, and everybody loves Christmas lights, and especially if they're not putting them up, right?
The lights will stay on until 10 each night through December 27th. And there are still some chances to participate in the Holidays at Heritage series. On Friday, December 16th, dance performances will start at 6 p.m. and they are followed by the movie The Polar Express. The following day, Santa will be on site for photos. All events are at Heritage Park. More details are at cityofirving.org/holidays@heritage. And here's a look at some of the locations lit up by the Las Colinas Association. Of course, the flower clock is illuminated, and 68 reindeer are spread out across the area, and one has a red nose, so you can identify him as Rudolph. Hundreds of families will have happier holidays thanks to the Irving Police and Fire Blue Christmas program. It has been making a difference for more than 40 years. And this year, organizers are having to overcome the work of a real Grinch. Here to talk more about this are firefighter Benny Renaud and Irving Police Officer Sean Herp. Both are Blue Christmas board members. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, sir.
And Benny, let's start with the overview. What is Blue Christmas?
Sure. Blue Christmas is a Irving-based nonprofit made up of police officers and firefighters, and we collect donations, toys, and food, and then package that and give it to families in need during the holiday season here in Irving.
And Sean, I mentioned the work of a Grinch, and I don't want to make light of it by saying that because someone burglarized the space where you store a lot of the gifts that were meant for families this holiday season. How did that impact you?
Yeah, it was a really unfortunate thing. We have a kind of like a temporary storage that we had over the summer from last year, things that were left over, things like that we were going to use this year, including a lot of that was some different raffle prizes that we give out that different businesses have donated, or things that we can do in our silent auction at our pancake breakfast that we just had recently. You know, we've kind of gone out to some different businesses that we've used in the past and some different places, and they've really stepped up, and they've donated more items, and we've gotten a lot of different things from food drives and toy drives.
Great to see that you're on the rebound from that. And Benny, we're in the final days before the holidays. How can people who want to help still make a difference?
Sure, we're still accepting toy and food donations. The toys, we're asking that they be unwrapped and new, and you can bring that to any fire station as well as the north and the south police substations.
And Sean, people who watch this may be wondering, how are the families selected who receive these gifts?
So the majority of everything is done through an application. So a lot of the applications go out to the school counselors for the ISD, the school district. A lot of them are the elementary schools, just because that's where we see most of our impact, is, you know, with the younger kids. And the counselors will kind of maybe pick out who they think needs it, because they know the kids and the families best. They will give those applications, those will come through, and obviously if they have older siblings, things like that, we're not going to leave them out. Other times that we've had people come through, or, you know, if a police officer goes to a call, or, you know, firefighters, they show up on a call and they kind of see some situation that really isn't the best, then we can kind of sneak in there and maybe fill out an application or help them out that way, and make sure that the people that we know are in need get that help.
Yeah, and talking about turning that around, Benny, when you go out and other teams go out to distribute these gifts and this food, tell us about those moments. What's that like?
Some of the times the families aren't expecting it. It's a surprise to them. We do a little bit of coordinating just to make sure that they're home. But typically the kids are always caught by surprise. So to have Christmas delivered to them, I think always makes everybody feel real good.
Yeah, and Sean, what's your message for the community partners, the volunteers, everyone who has stepped up to make this program a success?
I mean, first and foremost, thank you. I mean, we couldn't do it without the community. If they weren't here to help us out, I mean, it'd just be a couple cops, couple firemen trying to gather all this, and we can't do it on our own. So we really appreciate all the support. And
always great to make a difference at this time of year, especially. Firefighter Benny Renaud and Police Officer Sean Herp, thanks so much for being here.
Absolutely, thank you.
And here's the website to learn more. It's irvingbluechristmas.org. Irving first responders have another important message to spread, and this one is about safe driving during this busy holiday season. Irving police shared video of wrecks involving a couple of the department's squad cars. In the first, a driver ran a red light and hit an officer's patrol car. The reason? The civilian driver was running late for work. That officer was injured, but thankfully she is well on the road to recovery. And in this second clip, police say the driver was under the influence. The officer hit in this clip was not hurt, but because of a recent overall increase in cases of DWI, aggressive driving, and other unsafe habits, Irving police say they will be increasing traffic enforcement, and officers encourage everyone to pay attention behind the wheel and plan ahead if your holiday celebrations involve alcohol. An update now on changes to Irving solid waste services. To help residents manage the seasonal leaf fall, the city will collect bagged leaves and grass clippings on regular collection days. Leaf and grass bag pickup is unlimited and does not count toward the 15 trash bag limit. Here are some other options. Residents can drop off unbagged leaves and grass clippings at the landfill for free, and those will be mulched, or leave the leaves on the lawn to provide nutrients for wildlife. Compost or chop them up to use as a natural mulch or fertilizer. Read more at cityofirving.org/leaf-management. Also note that there will not be regular collection on Monday, December 26th. Under the new plan, collection is shifted one day, so if your regular collection day is Monday, it will be Tuesday that week. Tuesday's collection will happen on Wednesday, and you can follow the pattern on from there for that week. Read more at cityofirving.org/SWS. On another holiday waste topic, Irving Water Utilities is reminding residents not to pour fats, oils, and grease down the drain where they can cause clogs and sewer backups. A collection bin is available at the Valley View Municipal Complex. That's at 333 Valley View Lane. The bin is available daily from 7 a.m. until 6 p.m. through January 31st. All grease must be in closed containers. Parks employees from cities across the region put their skills to the test. Irving hosted the Texas Recreation and Park Society's North Region Maintenance Rodeo, and our team checked out some of the competitions. navigating an obstacle course on a riding lawnmower. It's just one specialty competition underway here at the Irving Soccer Complex.
You know, I always love to compete and represent my city.
Irving's John Allen was among those taking on this challenge, using a massive backhoe to move relatively tiny kettlebells into color-coded circles.
And hopefully you don't knock one over or, damage anything.
He placed first.
I did a perfect run.
The competitions are part of the Texas Recreation and Park Society's North Region Maintenance Rodeo.
All the cities from our region come and compete for a chance to go to state.
It's using equipment that they use in their day-to-day job in the parks, and it's just a fun way to get the parks team together.
I was participating in the backpack blowing challenge.
Garland's Benjamin Johnson said he is learning a lot by watching the techniques of other cities.
They got some years on me, so I feel like in another 2-3 years, I'll be able to get them.
It's not only about upping their game. These competitors tell us they use a lot of these skills on the job.
We apply it every day for us. Every day we apply it in some way, shape, or form.
We watched the team from Denton participate in a competition to see who could put together an irrigation system the fastest.
This is fun and easy, but day to day it can be complicated and you gotta have some knowledge.
Beyond showing speed, these teams want to show they are professionals who are specialists in their field.
Kind of unsung heroes. They keep the parks safe, they keep the parks well maintained. It's just amazing to watch some of the professionalism and how good some of these guys are at what they do.
Other competitions include a nail drive, truck and trailer course, and
There's also Plant ID, where they have to identify plant and weeds from all over Texas.
the top performers advance to the state competition in Frisco. But all participants leave with skills they can use in their cities to improve the parks for everyone who uses them.
It's a great event. Have a good time.
Yeah, that was a good one to cover. Some good skill there. 2 Irving employees are among those heading to the state competition. The event also featured some fun challenges that raised money for Irving's Family Advocacy Center. The next Texas legislative session begins on January 10th. One of the city of Irving's main goals is seeking an increase in the homestead exemption that the city can offer to residential households. Other priorities include maintaining May elections for city council and amending state law for pension programs. Subscribe to the Irving Legislative Insider to keep up with developments throughout the session at cityofirving.org/legislative-insider. The Irving Convention and Visitors Bureau celebrated its golden anniversary, 50 years, and the team hosted a celebration at the convention center. Robert Sheik covered it for us.
A celebration a half-century in the making.
You only turned 50 once.
The Irving Convention and Visitors Bureau commemorated its 50th anniversary with a taste of nostalgia, and everything featuring a golden touch.
And then when you pop it, the baker's gonna smell just like kitchen.
I can't tell you how special it is. It's tremendously special.
Be around for 50 years is a real accomplishment.
Former Mayor Dan Matkin helped launch the ICVB back in 1972.
It's really a blast to see how much it's being enjoyed.
The journey of the Bureau mirrors the growth of Irving over the last 5 decades, playing a pivotal role in the city's expansion.
It's been wild to just think about, the airport wasn't open yet, and the stadium had just opened, and all of those things, and then just how much has happened over that time. It's been wonderful.
And the gentlemen and the ladies that served on this over the last 50 years really had great foresight.
Just to kind of see what they've done and understanding what they can do the next 50 years, kind of just to help our residents, help our city, and bring tourism and tax-based money back to Irving.
The theme of the evening was Rock Steady, a tribute to the ICVB's resilience and perseverance through some icy times for the tourism industry.
Coming off what we just went through, a pandemic, where a lot of hospitality industry did not survive. A lot of hospitality entities did not survive. So for us to still even be standing is a miracle.
We always bounce back and we always triumph, and I think we're steady as a rock.
And with the support from city and community leaders shown on this night, the Irving Convention and Visitors Bureau looks ready to rock steady for another 50 years. Robert Sheik for City Source.
Congratulations to them. And we produced a short documentary on the history of the Convention and Visitors Bureau. It premiered at that event, and you can watch it at youtube.com/thecityofirving. Traditional Indian dance classes are available every Saturday at Cimarron Park Recreation Center. Children and adults are invited to take part. Our team stopped by a class to hear from participants about what they gained from learning the art of dance. Every Saturday morning at Cimarron Park Recreation Center, people learn the technique and tradition of Indian dance. It is a big part of the culture.
In every celebration, we include dance.
We dance for birth, we dance for weddings, we have dances even when somebody passes away, for anything and everything.
Vandita Parikh has taught these traditional folk dance classes here for 20 years.
Once the people were introduced to it, the students started liking it.
For me, dance is like a really nice stress breaker because at times, like with high school can get really stressful.
Dance is like a meditation for me. After a long day of work or a week, I feel I'm connecting to my soul, it's relaxing, I'm connecting to my culture.
And there is a lot of culture to learn. Every state in India has its own dances. As the students learn the moves, these classes also include discussion of what makes each region of the country unique.
In this way, we can connect to each of the part of India, and I feel that especially the part I come from, I never got a chance to do it. So this way, here learning this all the way away from home, I feel that I'm more connected to my culture.
Even though I am Indian, I was born here, so I haven't been very connected to my culture. So it's cool that we get to learn different types of dances and just learn about the country where our parents were from as well.
The classes are open to women and men. They are divided by skill level.
Don't stress about it too much. It should be a way to just have fun and learn something new at the same time.
They are all sharing the beauty of traditional dance and sharing some of the rich diversity in the city of Irving. A lot of talent on display there. Our 1 hour Best of the Year special is coming up next time. Relive some of the biggest and most memorable moments of the year. And remember, you can always email us your thoughts on our stories. The address is ictn@cityofirving.org. Also find us on YouTube. Our channel is at youtube.com/thecityofirving. And while you're there, keep in mind that we always appreciate the likes and the positive comments. And look for updates on events and initiatives across the major social media platforms at the City of Irving. And that's it for this edition of City Source. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your holidays, and we'll see you next time.